Everybody, it's time for your Week 8 ACC Roundup. Busy week in the ACC this week. Had, I think, 8 or 9 games. We're going to go through the scores, some topics, and what's to come. Let's start this thing off with the Friday night showdown between LSU and Miami. LSU, Louisville and Miami.
That boy, something they can't even think.
I can't believe Miami let another one slip away. Like, it seems every time this time of year, they always give one up. And Louisville, I saw it coming and just couldn't pick myself to believe it. But, yeah, there it is. Jeff Braun, one of the best play callers in the nation, man. Opening drive. They had 2 weeks to script it, man. 2 weeks to script an opening drive. And they did a perfect job. They had 3 quarterbacks on the field at the time. Hard to defend something like that. We don't know who's going to have the ball. Isaac Brown had a Isaac Brown type game against us when he had been struggling for 2 weeks.
From Miami.
He had 15,
from Miami.
Yep. 15 carries, 113 yards. Chris Bell, I told y'all this guy's going to be playing on Sundays. I think he's going to inch his way into their first round, probably on the back end. 9 catches, 136 yards, 2 touchdowns. Miller Moss, 23 for 37, 248 and 2 touchdowns. Miami side, we had Mark Fletcher with 8 carries, 18 yards. Not going to get it done. He did get a touchdown, but it's not going to get it done. And you had Carson Beck, 25 for 35, 271, career high, 4 interceptions. I'll let you start.
Well, I was watching this game, and the first thing I could think about was, why do they keep trying to throw it deep? They're killing them in the intermediate game. So keep throwing it short and let your playmakers make plays. I'm being thought myself, Carson Beck is holding on to the ball a long time. Like, he was pressured a lot. That's what baffled me. The offensive line didn't hold up.
Yeah, it's probably the first game this year. The offensive line just looked whooped.
I know. It did not look good.
So shout out to Louisville having the best defense in the ACC, especially pass defense. But, yeah, the pass rush was surprisingly very good for Louisville. I was not expecting that.
I did not see that coming.
Because I have a lot of faith in this offensive line, but something happened. Somebody didn't wake up for the game. Especially on the left side of the ball, on the left side of the line. Excuse me. A lot of guys were kind of a little late.
In the first half, the left side, the second half, the right side.
So I was dumbfounded. All those interceptions not on Carson Beck. People were quick to blame Carson because they don't like Carson.
It wasn't on him.
I don't think a lot of it was on him. One was miscommunication with him and the tight end. Another one that was he kind of tried to put it in one spot where either the wide receiver's going to catch it or it's going to be hopefully an interception, but the DB made an excellent play. So I got to take those 2 out of it. When you don't have any kind of running game help, and the defense can sit back there and just look at you.
They stopped it, though. They didn't try to run the ball.
They couldn't. They couldn't run the ball. It was established early they wouldn't have made him run the ball on this team.
You gotta try. You gotta try. You got a great running back. You gotta try.
I think we got a couple good running backs, and it just didn't pan out. I mean, I can't really make excuses. I mean, Mario.
This loss on Mario, all the way.
I think they lost on play calling. I think it's bad tackling by the defense. That's the main issue. The defense had bad tackling. They've been off for what? They had 1 game in 27 days before this. So thank you, ACC, for the scheduling on that. But, yeah. So I think the bad tackling was 1, and the stale offensive play calling was 2. I think Mario managed the game well. I think he did what he's supposed to do at the end of that game. I stand by that.
No, you had the
momentum. Go for the win.
What do you mean? You went for the tie. They went for a tie.
When you're the home team, you go for the tie.
No. When you get a fumble, scoop score, or you get an interception, you go for the win. You have all the momentum. You're literally driving down the field. You stop going fast, gives the defense a chance to get ready. You keep going fast, you win the game.
Analytics say you go for the tie.
Look what
Obviously,
happened.
with analytics.
Look what happened. Defense got their breath and got interception. And knew who was getting the ball. They knew who was getting the ball.
Yeah. It hurts. It hurts bad. Look at some of the stats from this game. Louisville, 367 total yards. Miami, 334. Louisville, 21 first downs. Miami, 15. Louisville, 6 for 63 on penalties. Miami, 9 for 67. Both teams had 5 third-down conversions. Both teams had 1 fourth-down conversion. Everything's basically even. Even time possession was almost even. Louisville had like a minute and a half more. The difference was the turnovers. Got to clean that ish up, man. Can't have those turnovers from Miami. You don't get those turnovers, you win this game.
Yeah.
There's some topic points on this. I mean, is this loss excusable if you're the committee looking at my? No.
I mean, granted, Louisville is a good team, but Miami should have won that game.
I think Louisville's better than a good team. I'm gonna say that right off the top. They're better than good. So, is this the first time Miami has to come from behind? This year, yes.
So is Miami built to come from behind?
I think they can. Yeah.
Okay.
We have a quarterback and pass the ball. We can't come from behind.
Can the coach let the team come from behind?
Yes. Well, we had the number 1 offense in the nation last year, and we came from behind plenty.
That's true. With Tyler Van Dyke, was it?
This was Cam Ward.
Oh, Cam Ward. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Cam. Didn't mean to put you in that bum category.
Another talking point from this game. You say you blame Mario Cristobal.
I do.
I think I blame defensive tackling. It just looked very bad. They've been good all year, and it just didn't show up this week. I'll tell you, the Friday night games, man, just hit a little different.
I think the speed of Louisville got to them too, because Louisville's a fast team. They have tons of speed.
Mm-hmm. And this Louisville team win the ACC?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't.
You want to hear the schedule?
I mean, sure. See what team.
I mean, I think it's probably one of the softest of soft schedules left out there. You got a home game against Boston College, at Virginia Tech.
Wow.
Home against Cal.
Cal could be a loss. Cal could be a loss.
Come cross country. You got home against Clemson. This is the tough game. At SMU. And home against Kentucky.
I think
they can win all those games.
Their toughest game was Cal, but they can definitely win.
I think the toughest game is SMU.
I don't know, man. Kelly Jennings isn't healthy. Well, he's injured right now, so I don't know if he's. Did they play against a back? They played against a backup last week. What happened to Kay Klubnik?
Huh?
Kay Klubnik played it all last week. They had a backup in.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Okay. So yeah, I think this Louisville team can go 11-1, possibly. It's not outside the grand possibility.
So let me ask you this. They could make the ACC championship. If Georgia Tech remains undefeated, do they get the end? So we looking at Georgia Tech versus Louisville?
That's the ACC championship game right now, yeah. Actually, it's SMU and Georgia Tech. Those are the 2 top teams.
No, SMU had 2 losses.
They haven't lost in the ACC though.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Strange fact. Since joining the conference, SMU has not lost an ACC game.
They lose all the other games.
just something to think about, y'all. So yeah, right now it'll be SMU versus Georgia Tech. 3rd place would be Virginia. 4th place would be Louisville. 5th place would be Miami. Virginia beat Louisville.
Wow. Do better, college football. Do better. Nobody wants to see Georgia Tech versus Virginia.
If it's Georgia Tech versus Virginia, it's definitely one team getting in.
Virginia can't beat Wake Forest.
But yeah, there's something to think about, man. If you're an SEC fan, ACC fan.
Miami still got to play Florida State. I'm not saying they're going to lose,
Huh?
but I said Miami still got to play Florida State.
We just beat Florida State.
Oh, yeah, dang. I'm tripping. Florida State got me all wild up, man. I just can't believe this team lost 4 straight games.
Since we on it, let's go ahead and talk about Florida State and their loss to Stanford on the goal line. Florida State was sloppy all day in that game.
I picked Stanford.
You did. Stanford competitive under GM Andrew Luck and former head coach Frank Wright. They look good.
They did.
Looking good. At 3-4. Frank Wright, interim coach, so he probably gonna get the full-time role at the end of the year. Florida State 9th straight SEC loss. They have lost. They are 1-12 in their last FBS opponents. So that's their only victory is against Alabama. Let that sink in. That's the only Big Four program they beat, a Power Four program they beat in the last 12 games. So
are we excusing last year though?
Huh?
Are we gonna excuse last year? Because last year felt like such an anomaly. But then again, seeing them lose 4 straight games, I think this is who this man is. And then
this
is Jordan Travis just that dude then?
Good. Huh?
So do we need to put some respect on Jordan Travis's name?
You can. I told you, this team's not that good. You can't just build a team through the portal and expect it to be good every year.
I didn't think they were that good, but dang, Jordan Travis need him a banner hanging up in there.
I mean, I've seen Thomas Castellanos play at Boston College, and I knew he wasn't the guy.
If Bill O'Brien can't fix you, you can't be fixed.
Basically. Castellanos knocked out in this game too, man. Don't know about his condition yet. It looked pretty bad, so he's probably gonna be out for a week. Hope it ain't too bad. I don't want to wish no ill will like that on nobody. Did you see it when he got hit? He took a bad. He was running and he was going for the slide to give himself up.
Okay, I think I did see it then.
Yeah, he slid late. That's the thing. They got these quarterbacks. They get this call, but he is so late. The defender had no choice but to hit him. They still called a late hit, of course, illegal contact to the quarterback. Knocked him flat. I think he was unconscious.
Yeah, Justin Fields on Sunday.
It looked bad.
Justin Fields slid late.
Bad. Yeah. Thomas Castellanos, 14 for 28 in the game, 242, 14 rushes with 33 yards only. He did have a touchdown rushing. Not his best outing yet again. Possibly a QB change on the horizon for Florida State. Someone said it might be coming. They might be going to the freshman. What do you think's next for this? Where do they go from here?
They're gonna fire Mike Norvell. First off, he is getting fired.
They said they're gonna reevaluate in the year.
Yeah, that's called an exit interview, buddy.
Yeah, we're gonna fire you end of the year.
Yeah, I think they give the Gus Malzahn though.
Think he gives the Gus? I don't know if they give the Gus.
I mean, Gus has a pretty good track record. Like, he just never had the talent.
Yeah.
I mean, that UCF team was damn good. I don't see how they lost all them games, but I don't know.
I think they need to do the same approach that Florida needs to do. They need to do a thorough coaching job, look at all avenues and angles. Even if that means going down to Boulder and talking to Deion Sanders, you need to do that. He's a Florida State alum.
I know.
That it will bring energy to the franchise. I mean, not to the franchise, but to the university. It's just something they need to look at. So I'm just gonna stand on that. I stand by that. I think Deion will be a good fit at Florida State.
He would get that Florida talent.
It would be bad news for Miami. I know that.
It would.
I mean, Miami fan, we big fans of Mike Norvell. And Billy Napier. We want both of them guys to stay.
One of them already gone.
So we're already mad about that. They don't want to won't flunk 2 coach changes. That's too much. At least give us 1 more year at Mike Norvell.
And then UCF looking good, and USF. They coming up.
Yeah, I mean Scott Satterfield, not Scott Satterfield.
Scott Foster.
Yeah, but they need to look at Scott Satterfield. Name to look at too. There's some coaches out there they can look at. Maybe they're going to change Franklin route. I just
That's what
they need to take it.
that's what you would like, huh? Can't win the big games, Franklin. Come to Florida State. Play Miami once a year.
I can't think of Tulane's head coach right now, but I think he'd be a good look.
He would be a good fit.
Florida State should look into him. Not Florida. They need a big name coach because they need to do something different. They went small school with Billy Napier. I think they need to go splash.
Didn't Billy Napier come from Cincinnati?
Louisiana. It used to be called Louisiana Lafayette, I think. They just go.
They hired a coach from Louisiana Lafayette. That's your first red flag.
Oh damn! Don't do that.
The Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, that's them.
They weren't even relevant then.
They were well funded for a Group of 5 program. So
I was down the street from them. They were not talked about. People was going to ULM.
Hey, well, what do you know? Moving on, next game, we had a nice little game between Georgia Tech and Duke, probably the most competitive game of the weekend. Haynes King does Haynes Kings type things yet again. He is a Heisman finalist for sure. 14 for 21, 205 passing, 14 carries, 120 yards, and a touchdown. He looked good, man. Georgia Tech got the victory, 27-18. Duke, they fought hard. They got to give it to them, man.
Georgia Tech came back and won, by the way.
Yep, they did. Georgia Tech, first time since 1966, they're 7-0. Let that sink in. They didn't. I don't think they got a touchdown to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they got one. I think they got one in the first quarter. Then they went like punt, field goal, punt, or something like that.
Oh, they had the fumble return.
Yeah.
Was it? They had the fumble return in the first quarter, and then they didn't score another touchdown to the fourth. But Darian Minson, man, looked great out there.
He did look good.
The ball. I think he's still in the top 5 in passing, man. I think this is a guy people need to look at. He's a sophomore, redshirt sophomore. Pretty sure he's coming back for another year. 32 for 44, 373 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. I'm really starting to like Darian Minson. Every time I look at him on the screen, he looks poised and ready to go. Get this guy a couple more playmakers, and you could be looking at another good team in the SEC. Maybe have a Vanderbilt type of rise. So let's see.
If Maine Diaz can actually fix the defense, they would be a great team in the ACC. But the defense still managed to give up tons of points.
Let me ask you this. I'm pretty sure I know your answer here, but Georgia Tech top 10 team?
Oh, most definitely. We can say top 5. Well, they would be 5, but top 5.
Some of these teams beat up on each other. They probably end up the season top 5. So I guess this is a playoff team.
They better be. If they go undefeated and lose the championship, they should still make it in. And I'll take Georgia Tech over some SEC teams.
That means that Georgia Tech gonna have to beat Georgia.
They will beat Georgia.
They played last game of the season. I think they will too. They beat them last year, I think. Or year before, something like that.
Yeah, they did beat them, yeah.
Haynes King has a victory over Georgia. I'm pretty sure of that. Like I said, we talked about it earlier. Georgia Tech is the number 1 seed in the ACC, followed by Virginia, then Louisville, Miami. Georgia Tech, SMU, Virginia, Louisville, Miami, and then the 6th seed is Pittsburgh. In your eyes, you think it's Georgia Tech and who?
I think it's Georgia Tech and Louisville.
Georgia Tech and Louisville. I tend to agree. I think Virginia's going to pick up a loss somewhere, maybe 2. It has to be 2, actually, because they beat Louisville already, so they have to lose 2. I think Georgia Tech might have punched their ticket this week with the victory. I don't think Miami's quite out of it, but I think SMU got some losses on their schedule. Just look at this. I wrote it down because there's so much to remember right here. Miami schedule coming up. They got Stanford next at home. At SMU.
How nervous are you about Stanford?
How
nervous are you about that Stanford game?
About a 5.5.
Because you always talk about hangover losses.
Yeah. If this game was on the road, I'll be shitting a brick right now. It's at home because for one, this team hasn't been on the road but once. They've yet to leave the state of Florida to play football. So if we had to go cross country to play Stanford, I would be done for. But we're not gonna. They actually lead the state to play SMU after Stanford. Then they got 2 home games: Syracuse, North Carolina. Ended on the road against Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh. There's probably another loss in there somewhere.
Pittsburgh, maybe?
Possibly. Pittsburgh always plays us tough. Virginia Tech always plays us tough. So those 2 games have me pretty nervous. Rhett Lashley, a guy who's getting a lot of head coaching buzz. Some saying Florida. Some saying UCLA. His name has been out there. Georgia Tech, they got Syracuse. Then they got 2 road games, NC State, Boston College. Then they got Pittsburgh and Georgia at home. So that's their schedule. They only got 5 games left. They're 7-0. SMU also has 5 games left. They have road game against Wake Forest, home game against Miami, road game against Boston College, home game against Louisville, road game against Cal. Home games against 2 tough teams, and road games against 2 bad teams, and then a tough team. So SMU could possibly run the table too.
They could. I hope not.
Yeah.
Because I would rather Georgia Tech play Louisville than SMU.
So you just don't believe in SMU, huh?
The quarterback play doesn't move me, man.
SMU just got a 35-24 victory over Clemson. Don't mean nothing to you?
No, it doesn't. Did it to you?
I think this SMU team can score on anybody. Anybody. They've shown it all year. It's the defense that's the problem.
Exactly. You going against Georgia Tech?
I'm just saying defensively, they can't stop anybody. I think SMU can score on Georgia Tech all game long. They will have to find a way to stop Haynes King at least 2 or 3 drives. If they can do that, stop Haynes King 2 or 3 drives, SMU can beat Georgia Tech. If they can do that. I don't think they can. But you know,
I could fly if I want to, but it's not gonna happen.
If you say Georgia Tech and SMU are playing, each team gets 9 possessions. I tell you, SMU stops Georgia Tech on 3 of them. They let them get 4 touchdowns, 2 field goals. I say, hey, SMU possibly could win that game.
I mean, that's true, but Georgia Tech's defense can also get stops too. That's not like they can't.
Oh, they definitely can. I just think the SMU offense is like legit, man. It's like legit. It's legit.
So SMU's offense or Georgia Tech's offense, which one are you taking?
SMU. SMU offense hasn't been stopped. It hasn't been stopped. I stand on that. I mean, this Georgia Tech offense is a Haynes King injury away from being garbage. So
that's very true.
So yeah, I just something to look at. I mean, I remember the games between SMU and TCU. It was a straight up shootout.
It was. Both defenses bad. So.
Yeah. What do we make of Cal victory over North Carolina?
I mean, we know North Carolina's not a good team, right?
They're not a good team, man. There's too much noise around those guys. I think Cal's probably a dark horse team. Looking pretty good. They definitely won't be going to a playoff spot or anything like that. Now that we finished up talking about what happened in Week 8, let's talk about what's to come in Week 9 for the ACC. Let's start off with the matchup between Stanford and Miami. Yeah, this could be a primetime game. Stanford 3-4. Former Indiana Colts quarterback Andrew Luck is there. It's the GM, football operations. Like I said, has a team competitive. They'll be taking on the 5-1 Miami team coming off a loss. Miami looking to dodge the hangover there. You got California on the road coming cross country to take on Virginia Tech. Upset alert, baby. Cal 5-2, looking to get bowl eligible. Virginia 5-2, looking to get bowl eligible, taking on North Carolina, who's 2-4. SMU looking to become bowl eligible, taking on Wake Forest. Georgia Tech trying to continue the undefeated streak, 7-0. They're taking on a Syracuse team that hasn't won since quarterback went down. Pittsburgh 5-2, looking a whole lot better with the new quarterback in there. They're taking on NC State. Last but not least, Boston College taking on Louisville. Louisville 6-1, trying to maintain their spot in ACC. 4 teams on the bye: Duke, Clemson, Florida State, and stepbrother Notre Dame, all off this week, I believe. So that's what you got in the ACC. Any of those games you think stand out to you right now?
I'm be looking at that Virginia game. You said what Virginia plays? Pitt
North Carolina,
plays North Carolina. Who plays Pitt?
NC State.
That's gonna be a good game to watch for.
Yeah, that's the one.
Let's
NC
see.
State up and down.
Let's
4-3, but they play good stuff.
let's see if this Pitt quarterback can keep the momentum going. He's been balling.
Yeah, let's take a look at. I think his name is Hollywood Smothers, running back for NC State. I think he's either number 1 or number 2 in the nation in rushing right now. So be on the lookout for them. Like I said, the game Washington is going to be Stanford, Miami. I mean, just to see what happens with Miami from this point, because this is a victory they need to have. They can't afford to lose again. If they do, season is over for real. Stanford, team's close. They don't get blown out, so interesting to see. But also want to check out Cal going across country to take on a Virginia Tech team that's been struggling, but they've been getting close, real close. So that's all the ACC has to offer this week. No marquee matchups per se. Just the march for Georgia Tech to get to 12-0. The game against Syracuse at home this week. Any closing thoughts on the ACC?
Man, Georgia Tech is a team to beat. You wouldn't have said that in the beginning, but now with the Miami loss, it's proven they are the team to beat in this conference.
I gotta give you credit on that. Georgia Tech definitely team to beat, but let's see what happens with Louisville. Let's see what happens with Virginia. Let's not rule out Miami and Pittsburgh getting either. So that's all we got for the ACC. Hope you guys like that. We can't wait to get back and wrap up week 9. But for now, we out.